up, Petty Squad? It's your girl Tracy, and this is another episode of Allegedly News, where I keep you guys entertained and up to date on the latest and greatest current events, headline news, political tea, and a sprinkle of celebrity gossip, all within 30 minutes or less. So if this is your first time here, thank you, and welcome to the Petty Squad. And if you are returning, hey boo, I missed you. Yeah, last week, remember I said I was sick. I'm still sick. I thought I was getting better. I feel a whole lot better. Don't get me wrong. I probably feel better than I sound. But I have started this episode over like 4 times because my throat will not turn the words loose. Okay, my throat do not want me to talk. And all of a sudden, all this mucus and stuff start coming out of nowhere. Like, I've been fine all day. But you know, I think I stopped taking my medicine too soon. Like, I'm not a big medicine person. So, of course, I started feeling a little better. I try to pull back on it, and maybe I shouldn't have did that. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to y'all. Thank you for rocking with me. And shout out to my Aunt Hattie. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. Yo, she had a birthday dinner over the weekend, and I really wanted to go, but I felt like it would be rude of me to be sitting up around all them folks trying to eat, coughing, and blowing my nose and all, you know. Of course, I want to blow my nose at the table. I would have to get up and go. But still, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is so rude. Get your ass out of here. Stay home. If that's how you feel. If you don't feel good, please stay home. If you can. Because I know them bills be billing at work. It's work, okay? But don't do no unnecessary stuff. Like, be out here down to the restaurants and at the MGM Grand Resort and everything like that. Now, did y'all get y'all a cheeseburger yesterday? For the International Cheeseburger Day? I didn't. I did not get a chance to partake. And I don't know, this year I just wasn't feeling that. I just don't trust the meats. I'm like, with the way grocery prices have risen, how can you afford to give me this patty for less? I feel like that was going to be serving back of the freezer meat that's been in there. It probably should have been thrown out, but they just kept it anyway for this day. I don't know if that's true. That's just me over here. I'm being dramatic. But anyway, y'all. Did y'all hear about the MGM resort? I know y'all heard about MGM being attacked by cyber attackers, right? It was a ransom attack, apparently, and basically they needed to either pay up or that was gonna hold down, that was gonna hold their systems. Now, MGM wasn't the only one. Apparently, the Venetian and the Harris. I always feel so ghetto when I say it. Harris. Is it Harris? Anyway, the Harris and Caesar Palace also had some issues. Now, they saying that they paid that ransom and they kept it pushing. Whereas MGM decided that they're not going to pay the ransom. They was just going to rebuild. I don't know if that's true or not. Now, people are saying that it's a cyber, is it a cyber gang? I don't know, Alt V, that has claimed responsibility. Other people are saying that it was Sacred Spider, and I've also heard that it was the Russians. We don't know who the hell got it now. We just know that they fucked some shit up, okay? But my question is, to the people who are still gambling during this, like, the systems are down. Like, when you hit that first machine and it was having issues, and then you had to wait on somebody to come pay you out, because machines go down. If you go to the casino, you know that the machines go down all the time, and you know, whatever. But on the second one, now when you looked around and it was just everywhere, when you have stopped gambling, them people were still in there gambling, y'all, you might have a problem. I don't know. Now, who else is gambling with their life is these people out here on this COVID fraud, okay? So the International Revenue Service is putting a pause on accepting claims for the pandemic-era tax credit for the employee retention credit until 2024. Basically, they have some rising concerns, and they feel like there's an influx of fraudulent applications, okay? So, yeah, this particular credit, the employee retention credit, was designed to help small businesses keep paying their employees during the height of COVID. Excuse me, y'all. Now, The credit ended on October 1st of 2021, but businesses could still retroactively apply. And yeah, now people are saying, this is what they saying, that the form was kind of difficult and the qualifications were difficult to understand. So people were contacting small business owners, offering to help them get approved for the retention credit. These were fraudsters. And so as a result, there's a bunch of fraudulent applications coming in and out. Now they've got 600,000 plus claims pending. And so before, it was 90 days. You would turn in your application in between, in like 90 days, you would get your money or you would get approved. Now it's gone from 90 days to 180 days or longer, because they need to review these claims a little closer and audit because of all of the fraud. Okay. Now, the IRS also has said that they are coming up with a way for you to withdraw your application. Like if you decide, hey, I just don't want to do this no more. If you feel like, hey, maybe whoever helped you was a little bit shady boots and you don't want no smoke, they trying to come up with a way for you to withdraw your application so you don't have to get caught up in the BS. Now, y'all, what if I told you that a piece of the sun broke off and then got sucked into a polar vortex? Would that freak you out? Because the headline alone is sensational. Like, what the fuck? The sun broke off? Now, apparently, the event of plasma breaking out from the sun is quite normal. It's very common. They're known as solar prominence. And they appear when a particularly bright piece of solar plasma erupts from the sun's surface and then loops back down into the sun. Wow. But now lately somebody saw a piece break off, but the piece was sucked into a polar vortex and nobody really knows what's going to happen after that. Now they say normally it's a rare occasion, but it has happened before, and so the piece will just reappear in 3 to 4 years. The fuck? Where did it go? And so people don't know, but at the time when that little piece of sun broke off back in February, y'all, they said the wind from the vortex was moving 60 miles per second. That's crazy. Can y'all believe that? Now, that was just my little nerd moment, because y'all know I'm a nerd. So let's come back to Earth. And let's talk about Tim, what's his name? Tim Gunner? I don't think that's his name. Anyway, he's a multi-million-dollar property developer and owner of the Gunner Group. And basically, he says that unemployment needs to increase by 40 to 50% because the employees need to be reminded that they work for the employer and not the other way around. He believes that it's a problem now that people feel like companies are lucky to have them, and that we, the regulars, are arrogant and need to be humbled. We need to feel the pain. He said, we need to see the pain of the economy. We need to be reminded. I'm like, what the hell? So, of course, people are pissed off. And I really feel like that CEO said the quiet part out loud. I think that's how a lot of these major corporations feel. That's why everybody around here going on strike. I need to take a drink. Give me 1 second. But yeah, I feel like that man said the quiet part out loud. I seen the video of him saying it, y'all. He definitely said it with his chest. He meant every word of what he said. Now, of course, due to the backlash, he out here trying to pussy pop up off of it and act like, no, I misspoke. Nah, buddy, you said exactly what you wanted to say. And he gonna say, I deeply regret. What do you say? Oh, here we go. I made some remarks about unemployment and productivity in Australia that I deeply regret and were wrong. My comments were deeply insensitive to employees, trades, and families. You think, bitch? They were very much, excuse me, y'all, they were very much insensitive. And you ain't had no business saying it, but you meant it. And you can say what you want to say. Now, what's going to happen after that is, hey, the consequences, okay? People, you can freedom, you can say what you want to say. Now, what come after you to say what you said, that's on you. But the senior manager had to quickly send out a memo apologizing to the people for what Tim had said. Now, and other people who done pissed some folks off, Oprah, everybody's always mad at Oprah. And she has showed us, excuse me, y'all, I'm struggling over here. Give me 1 second. Let me drink some water. Oh, I need some tea or something. But Oprah has showed us once again that she is a little too far removed from our regular life. Now, she sat down with reporter Nora O'Donnell to talk about her book called Build the Life You Want. Now, during the interview, she was asked why she feels like we're in a happiness slump. And Oprah said that she believes it's because everybody is looking at people's lives on social media and experiencing envy, pretty much, to sum it up. And then she continued. I had to go listen to a fuller snippet because I wasn't just gonna go off that little snippet they had online circulating and be mad at Oprah. But she continued by saying people feel like they don't think they're good enough. And I'm gonna be honest, don't be mad at me. I agree with Oprah because comparison is the thief of joy, okay? Excuse me. When you start looking at other people's lives and wishing that you had what they had, and you start comparing yourself, you lose a joy. You don't celebrate where you are right now. Like everybody listening, y'all ought to give it up to yourself because right now you are batting 1,000. You have defeated 100% of the obstacles in your life because you are here today. Okay, be happy. And also start looking at yourself and looking at your life and what you can fix in your life and stop looking at what other people got going on because we all know that the grass ain't always greener. But I feel like it was a good message. It was just coming from the wrong person because shut the fuck up, Oprah. Why you sitting on your high heel house looking down with a view? Shut up. But she also, I feel like, ma'am, we are in the middle of a secret recession right now. The food prices, the gas prices, the education system, the politicians, everything is everything, okay? And so people have a lot to be unhappy about. And for you to say that they looking at you on social media and they feeling jealous of you, I think you're out of touch. That's not making me miserable. I'm not rolling over and being like, why don't I have Oprah's life? But let me say this. Whoever be doing Oprah hair, baby, they be doing it. They do. They be laying their hair. Their hair stay laid. The bounce and the body of it all. Oh, I love it. But Oprah, good message or wrong person. I don't know how you could have delivered it better, but the delivery was off. I don't know. Maybe you should have spoke to the bullshit going on and then said that. I don't know. Because in your life, you don't have to deal with these things. The politicians really don't affect you that much because you got enough money to pay for whatever it is that you need. Okay, the price of gas going up and the price of groceries going up doesn't affect Oprah the way it affects you and me. Okay, so shut the fuck up, ma'am. But good try. Now, Tyler Perry, her best friend, also out here pissing people off. And basically, the streets are saying that Tyler Perry said that women should be happy, basically, with a man that treats them right. Um, if he can only pay the light bill. Granted, I had to go watch the interview. I had to go see. So he was on a podcast called "Keep It Positive, Sweetie," which is hosted by Crystal Renee Hazlitt. And it's a good podcast. I might add it to the rotation because she was dropping some really nice gems. It's kind of a high vibrational conversation. If you want to just get over some of the rigmarole. If you don't want to listen to trash like this, listen to her, okay? But yeah, for some high vibrational moments, I might go ahead and add her to the rotation. Now, after listening to a longer part, you can go listen to it for yourself. It's on YouTube, and I believe around the 37-minute mark is where they got into him and his relationship advice. I think the example he used about somebody only being able to pay the light bill, was a bit of an over-exaggeration only to make his point. And I think he was saying basically stop looking so much at a man's pocketbook or pockets and start looking at his character first. Now, granted, Tyler Perry know a lot of wealthy, rich women, okay, and the light bills on the mega mansions. It's not the light bill that you and I have today, okay? Go with me now. So with my light bill, if I get a man and all he can afford to do is pay my light bill, he probably got a drug addiction or something. He got some real problems, because why do you only have money to pay this little light bill? But for you super rich, I think it's a valid point. Now, I think calm down, turn it down before y'all go up and go off on Tyler Perry about what he said, because, I agree. Now, just like I said, where my bills are currently, if I was to meet a man and all you could afford is to pay my light bill, we can't talk. Now, I'm not above going 50-50 though, but whatever. To each his own. I do not feel like he told black women to settle. I think a bitter Betty just took that and ran with it, and everybody else piled up on it. But really, that's the plot of a lot of Tyler Perry movies anyway. Don't it be some rich woman and she meets some country bumpkin who ain't doing too well, and then they get together and live happily ever after? Tyler Perry is Team Dusty, now that I think about it. He be rooting for them dusty niggas. He said, Dusties, be a good person. Okay? Don't be dusty and a bad person. You can't be dusty and an asshole. Basically. Moving forward, in other old people news, Marilyn Manson was recently in court. Yeah, so back in 2019, he spit on a videographer and blew his nose in her direction, which like, that is so disgusting. Now, he will have to pay a fine and do some community service. He pled no contest to the charges, and basically he showed up to court looking just like Count Dracula. I want to suck your blood to make the victim. I'm like, oh my gosh, but the nerve. Somebody spit on you and then blow their nose, and oh my gosh, horrible. He's a fucking sicko, man. And he's still sick, but he is basically alluding that he might be having some new music come back out, so do with that what you will. Y'all excuse me, my throat is so dry right now. Okay, now moving forward, how do y'all feel about Jeezy and Jeannie getting a divorce? So it says that Jeezy, they say allegedly that Jeezy's the one that filed for divorce. Which I'll be honest, I really don't give a damn. To me, Jeannie has always been slightly problematic. I feel like she's one of those culture vultures. She's one of those people of color, women of color, who feel like they are above black people. Now, I don't she ain't never did nothing to me personally. I ain't never been in the same room with her. But I'll never forget when she was talking about the dark on the side. I'll never forget that. They gonna have the nerve to get up here and marry a black man. Okay, dummy. And I feel like her mama too. I feel like her mama probably raised her like that. And so she probably got a whole lot of issues. I don't think y'all pray for the baby. Really. And I feel like the fact that he filed for a divorce and that nobody has really said much about it as far as his camp and her camp, it just shows that they just want that shit to be over. I do feel like Jeezy probably rushed into the marriage a little bit because they did get married like right after his mama died. And so grief will make you do some shit because you don't want to be alone and all this and that. But yeah, Jeannie Ma has always been problematic to me. I've never really liked her too much. I feel like she's one of them people who always put their foot in their fucking mouth, and she really need the taste to be slapped out of her mouth. And Lonnie Love is doing her a disservice as being her quote unquote friend by not checking her on the shit she let her say. Anyway, moving forward, let me get off that. Okay, Teyana Taylor and Iman are separated. Apparently they've been separated. We ain't know nothing about it. Now the internet is upset. Now they say that he was cheating on her, but he had been cheating from the beginning because she claimed that the cheating was not the cause of them splitting up, but he been cheating on her from the beginning. She's been very much open about the fact that they bring other women and stuff into their relationship and everything like that. Okay, y'all had to take some water. Now, what I feel is that Teyana Taylor was probably a little bit too freaky for him. And also, I feel like mainly that she a hothead. I feel like she is very much a hothead. Like I've seen whenever she had that little reality show or whatever, that she will go the fuck off at any moment. And there's no real telling on what's going to set her off. Now, who decided they wanted to divorce and wanted to get out, I don't know. But, that's their business. I feel like they was a very beautiful couple, though. But, now that it's over, I have high hopes for them in, what do you call it when you parent in the co-parenting department? I really do feel like they're going to be great co-parents. Now, I don't know if y'all heard, but it's been all over everything for me that the auto workers are on strike, and I don't think anybody is shocked. And I feel like, y'all, excuse me, I'm suffering right now. I'm gonna try to hurry up and get through this because I feel like there's going to be more strikes to come. Yep, because these CEOs are making millions of dollars and they are not sharing or spreading the wealth. They are supposed to be looking out for these employees and trying to make sure that their teams and the people working to make them look so good are getting what they need, and they're not. And people are fed up, as they should be. Okay. Ooh, y'all, if y'all just stuck through this episode, thank y'all. Now, y'all, excuse me, y'all. Lord have mercy on my soul. Moving forward, y'all. The 36-year-old mother of 4 and grandmother Lowen Boebert was down to the Beetlejuice musical, y'all, and she was acting out. Her and her date was in there feeling on each other. She was vaping and dancing. I saw the video. I think she was high. I'm not even gonna hold it. She was probably high or drunk. Baby, the way she took that man's hand and put it on her breast and he began to rub and massage, it was pretty much, he just did it in a circle of motion like he was in high school. His tit play was very uncreative, but she had her hand between his legs and she was massaging his crotch too. Now, people since have figured out that the man she was on a date with, his name is Quinn Gallagher, and he is the co-owner of Hoochcraft Cocktail Bar in Aspen, Colorado. And of course, people being people, they've been running that man page down with horrible business reviews. Now, people are upset at him for dating Lauren Boebert because she's a bigot, and people are upset with her for dating him because apparently his bar everybody is welcome there. It's LGBTQ friendly, which I feel like most places really are. Nobody really gives a damn long as that money spent. And there was apparently like a drag show or something at the bar, and people are mad. They hyper focusing on the wrong thing. Let's talk about the fact that a representative was in a family event giving out hand jobs and being fumbled. But I guess, whatever you want to focus on. Somebody sit her down. Now the iPhone 12, y'all, I'm running out of time, and I've been coughing and wasting so much time, and I got more news to get to you, but here we go. The iPhone 12 has been banned due to radiation. So France, Germany, and Belgium are possibly threatening to ban the iPhone. Spain and Italy may also follow suit. Yeah, they say that it's 40% over the radiation limit. So you can put it in your bag and you can carry it in your jacket pocket, but you shouldn't carry the phone in your hand, which is wild to me. Now France has given Apple 14 days to fix the problem with the update, or they will recall the phone. I don't know how an update is gonna fix the radiation, but y'all know more than I do, so somebody tell me. Y'all, I'm struggling real bad, so forgive me, okay? The next episodes will be better. Hopefully, pray to the Lord, y'all. Anyway, moving forward, 3 hours of rain fell in 15 minutes in Georgia. I believe in Atlanta, and caused Clark University to flood out. It was flooding all around the downtown Atlanta area, but students at Clark were caught in some seriously hazardous situations. There was cars floating by. One young lady got her leg caught in a door in the hallway was flooding out. And but she did survive. Yeah, but people were being pulled out of cars, and a lot of students have been displaced. Now, they are saying that the rapid development of that particular area is what caused the flooding to happen so hard, because downtown Atlanta has been growing and expanding. There's a lot of deforestation coming, so the dirt, grass, and trees and the things of nature that would have stopped nature from naturing were not there, and so the water let loose on their ass. I want to talk to y'all about the Soldiers for Christ, or the Soldiers of Christ in Georgia that lured that lady from South Korea and murdered her. But y'all, my throat is not gonna let me do it, and plus I'm running out of time anyway. So if you stuck with me this far, y'all, thank you. Pray for me and my vocal cords. As always, life is hard enough as it is, so don't go making it harder by being an asshole. Be nice to somebody, and hopefully next week I'll be feeling better. I love you guys. I feel so blessed. Bye.